traders, welcome back to the Forex Academy War Room. This is our daily market breakdown. And so let's take a look at what happened overnight. Today is Monday, November 24th. Let's see what happened overnight and what kind of trades we took and what we're watching today with the VMS strategy. I wanted to start out, see if anybody has had this happen to them before. This is a trade that we took on Friday, and it's based upon a pullback setup. So we have a high, we have a swing low, swing high, swing low, and a pullback up to the original break of the swing low right here. I took the trade based on that. All of the VMS lined up, be it that the 1 hour was a little bit weaker than what I want, and especially the 15-minute. So I'm taking that as an adjustment. I really want to see if I'm using the 15-minute, I need it to be in the 90s rather than in the 80s. So I'll watch that in the future. But we did have a really nice engulfing candle to the downside, and we did get a little movement to the downside. But then it came up and it hit right exactly where our stop was, just barely touched us by 1 or 2 pips, and we were out of the game. So I just wanted to show you that. And so now, so that's one that we took on Friday. And so what happened overnight, or actually this is kind of what happened overnight and what we're watching now. So we are currently in 2 live trades. One is in the pound to the Australian dollar, which is right here. And this is one that we just got into today. We put a limit order in on it, and volume on the 1 hour chart was at 93, and so that's this candle right here. And if you look down, you can see it on the red K Everex, which I use a lot. See this number right here, the second one in, 93, that is volume. That means that a lot of sellers have stepped into this market at that time. And that was yesterday, I think. Yeah, it must have been yesterday. And so I didn't notice it at that time, or else I would have gotten into it right here. But as it is, I saw it this morning and was able to put in a limit order back up, way back up here, and we ended up getting filled on it. And so that's one that we're currently in. We're also in the Swiss franc to the Japanese yen. And this is one that we have been in for a while. And we got in back here way back on Friday the 14th, so 10 days ago. And it came along kind of not really sure what it's doing. And then it made this really nice triple top right here with a follow through engulfing candle that was amazing. So we're looking for this market to keep moving down. This is our first target. This is our second target based upon the Fibonacci. 38% retracement here, 50% retracement there. Some of these trades, as being a swing trader, some of these trades take weeks. Some of them last for days, and that's pretty much where it's at. So we do have also a limit order in, and that is on the Australian dollar to the Japanese yen. So we're trying to get this, and we're basing this upon, we have a new high. It's obviously in an uptrend. We have a new high with a solid pullback to the previous support level. And this is, in my opinion, a lot of times these support and resistance levels are very subjective. And so, it's like even now I'm looking at this thinking, well, I could probably move that up a little bit. It's real subjective. We do have a very strong uptrend line right here, and it seems to be respecting that so far. So I put a limit order in on this one. I think the market is going to be going up. We had on a 15-minute chart, we had volume at 92. So right here on this engulfing candle, I'm going to put the cursor, and I can see that volume's only 57 there. So that doesn't convince me that buyers are stepping into the market yet. So now I'm moving down to the 1 hour, doing the same thing. I'm looking at these candles to see if anything is a solid identifier that buyers have moved in, and I don't see it there either. But over here on the 15-minute is a little different story. On the 15-minute, again, we're looking for buyers to move in, and it could be somewhere, in this area that we're looking for that volume trigger, because this is part of the move that we're watching. So that volume trigger ended up happening right here, and you can look over and see that it's at 92. So that's what I based on this on. With limit orders, when I place a limit order, I do it based on the 4-hour. And so what I do is I kind of come to about 50% of the engulfing candle, somewhere in there, and I can see that this has been a pretty strong zone right there. So I put my limit order in right here. Will we get filled? I don't know, but that's what I'm willing to do, because that is where I need it to be in order to make sense for this trade with my stop loss order and with my take profit order up here. So if we get filled, great. If not, that's fine too. What I have found is that we get a lot of opportunities every month. Okay, now let's move into the ones that I'm currently watching today, and that's the Canadian dollar to the Singapore dollar. And the reason I'm watching this one, we are hitting pretty strong support zone. This is an uptrend support zone, and it seems to be coming into a little bit, it's not a great support resistance zone. You can see we've got one touch here, we've got another touch here, another one here, another one here. And these are all areas that price action has respected that zone for some reason. So we came down, bounced off, came down, bounced off, came down, bounced up a little bit, and then broke through it. So, so you have to kind of take everything with a grain of salt. We did have some really solid resistance up here that the price action respected. So it seems to be respecting the zones really well. What I like about this trade is that we do have a hammer candle here, and we have a pretty good move coming down. This is not what I would call really a strong reversal, but I like the rejection that I'm seeing right in here. And maybe we'll see a little bit more rejection, because we can't take this one until momentum comes down here and starts hooking to the upside. So we need momentum to do this, and then somewhere right in this zone, right in here where it starts hooking up, is when we should see more positive price action, and we should see buyers coming into the market. If we don't, then we're just going to leave this one alone. But that's one that we are watching, and that is Canadian dollar to the Singapore dollar 4-hour chart. The only other one that I'm watching today is the euro dollar to the Swiss franc, right here. And this is one I identified a couple of days ago, last week. And with this one, we have a really nice impulsive move up here, but we do have a swing low right here. So we have to be careful with that. And we have a strong resistance zone. So I'm looking for this to make some rejection up in here and show me that it wants to go back down. Because if we look down at momentum, that could be making a divergent line up in here, which divergent means that this is up, so the line would be up there, and the line is down here, based on the swing high and lows. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the daily lesson for today is to prepare for the trade and don't chase the trade. That's a lesson for today. And okay, guys, so that's the breakdown for today. If you found any value in this daily lesson, you'd really be helping us out by hitting the like button and or the subscribe button so we can get this information out to as many people as possible. If you want some more detailed breakdowns or chart examples, you can join our free Facebook community, and I'll put links down in here. And I hope you have an aligned day, and I will see you tomorrow.